Grand and glorious rising, everyone. Grand and glorious rising, everyone. Welcome to the Daily Vibe with Goddess Ceion. I'm going to get started in a minute. Thank you all for clicking on my live stream. I'll start off with getting the vibes right, welcoming in some positive energy before I actually start. I'll start by cleansing our space with Palo Santo from Gifts from a Goddess. Gifts from a Goddess. I am the Goddess Ceion. Grand rising, grand and glorious rising, everyone. Thank you all so much for being here. For everybody that's joining, this is the Daily Vibe with Goddess Ceion. The Daily Vibe is I come on TikTok Live every morning and I pull one card from my tarot deck, one card from both of my oracle decks, and I give a collective reading, letting everybody know what the vibes are for the day. Thank you all so much for being here. Thank you for liking the live too. I see a couple likes coming through. If this is the type of content that you think your friends or family would be interested in, go ahead and share the live with them. Grand and glorious rising, everyone. I'll give everybody a few minutes to get into the live. So in the meantime and in between time, I'll get the vibes together, attracting some positive energy. Cleanse my space. Hi, Brenda. Grand rising. Grand and glorious rising. It is a wonderful Thursday. Ain't he though? So good. God is so good. So good. So good. We blessed and highly favored around these parts. Grand and glorious rising, loved ones. Welcome in, welcome in. Grand and glorious rising, everyone. Welcome to the Daily Vibe with Goddess Ceion. I see a few more people did come into the live, so I'll go ahead and repeat myself. This is the Daily Vibe with Goddess Ceion. What I do here is I pull one card from my tarot deck, one card from each of my oracle decks, and I put together a collective reading for us. So grand rising, welcome in. Oh, I got a couple people in here. Everybody that's coming into the live right now, stick around. And while we're waiting for, preparing to get started, we're not really waiting on anything. Y'all let me know where y'all from in the comments. Where are y'all tuning in from? Grand and glorious rising. Happy Thursday and all that jazz. Ooh, Boston. Hey, Boston. Mass. Okay. Oregon. Oh, SoCal. Yeah, get comfy, Mel. Get comfy. Kansas City, North Dakota, Ohio, New York, Indianapolis. Oregon, how's the tulip blooms going? Did you get a chance to see it before? See it yet? I seen some pictures earlier this week of the tulips blooming in Oregon, and they are so beautiful. Oh, North Dakota? Not yet? Okay. I didn't know that was a thing. Like, this is my first time ever reading about that. I never knew that I knew that there's like the orchids in DC, but I never heard of like the tulips in Oregon. Daffodils first. Oh, okay. Okay. So we gotta add Oregon to the visiting list. Nah, okay. That's something to see. It's just something to see, you know. Those ashes getting everywhere. All right, so what I'm gonna get started with first, thank you all so much for being here again. I am Goddess Ceion. I'm an intuitive tarot reader from New Orleans. Born, raised, and bred, New Orleans, Louisiana. That's me. So before we actually get started with the reading, what I want to do is I have this beautiful singing bowl that my lovely mother purchased for me. And what I do is I hit the singing bowl 3 times. I have 3 dongs. So we do one for ourselves, one for our family and friends, and one for God, just as a way for us to ground and be present in this, focusing on this moment. And in between each dong, we take a deep breath. So it'll be 3 deep breaths that we'll all take together. Oh, snap. I got 888 likes on my live. Look at that. Come on, angel numbers. Come on in here. Okay, hurry up. Yeah, I'm going to have to write that down, Brenda. Thank you. All right, so let's get started. So again, this first dong is going to be for us. And once we hear it, I'm going to tell everybody, you know, breathe in, breathe out. So just make sure you take those deep breaths with me, okay? Thank you. So this one is for us. Just saying thank you for us being able to be here. Being able to be here together, like not even just here on a planet together, but here at this moment in time together for this live stream. And I, from the bottom of my heart, appreciate everybody for being here. So thank you, thank you, thank you. And so take a deep breath in. And a long exhale out. So we extend those exhales out and make sure you add that ah in there. That ah just like calms your body down. It's like sending a shock to your system saying relax. And it does each time. And then the second dong is going to be for our family, friends, and loved ones, just showing just showing gratitude for our family, friends, and loved ones. Again, breathe in and exhale. And our last song is going to be for our God, spirit, source, universe, whatever you call that, you know, Jah, Allah, whatever you say, whatever that light looks like for you. Again, breathe in and exhale. All right. Doesn't that feel awesome? I always like to take the opportunity to ground before we actually start the reading. That way I can better receive the message, and then I can better give the message so that you all can better receive the message as well. So again, thank you all so much for being here. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for the likes. Okay. Before I get started today, because every day that I come live on TikTok, I get a comment like this. Hey guys, this is not witchcraft. Please stop saying that. If you feel like tarot is witchcraft, please remove yourself from my live. I don't have time for that foolishness. Thank you. All right. So, you know what? Let me burn my Palo Santo again, because now you didn't fool around. I really don't like that. Like, you don't know what you're talking about and you're coming in here being ignorant. Y'all don't see no black cats around, no rabbit foot, none of that. But just come in here calling everything that you don't understand witchcraft. It's like you saw the cards on the live before you clicked on the live and decided to come in here and make that comment. No, they don't get to me. It's just that I've been doing tarot for like 7 years now. So that's like the one thing that I'm constantly having to teach people is this is not witchcraft. This is not what somebody told somebody that this was witchcraft and they just ran with it. Thank you so much for the gifts. I did see that. Thank you. I appreciate that. But that's not what this is, you know? It's not. Where is it? It's literally not. If you could tell me where it is and then like teach me something, because I ain't never seen it in there. So if you know where it's at in the Bible, where it says in that book that this right here, what I'm doing, the gift that I'm sharing, the gift that I was blessed with is witchcraft, then you just let me know. Let me know where it's at. I ain't gonna argue with it and say it's not in there because I ain't never seen it in there. But if it's in there, let me know. Teach me something new. I'm always always welcome to learn something new, you know? Always. So I ain't gonna argue with it. Just let me know where it's at. Send me a DM because I ain't gonna see it in the live comments. But send me a DM and let me know if it's in there. Thank you so much. I do appreciate it. I was hoping to put a prayer out. Oh, definitely put a prayer out there. Keep on praying for them. Oh, no, Arizona, I knew what you meant. I seen it. I knew exactly what you meant. Thank you, too. Thank you for clarifying. All right, let me get started with my shuffle. All right, thank you, Father God. Thank you, Mother Goddess, for this amazing gift. Thank you for allowing me to share my gift with the community. Come to you today, humbly and gracefully asking, gratefully asking for one card message from the collective. Thank you, Spirit. Oh yeah, we're sending love and light to everyone. Thank you all for being here. I really, really appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. Thank you. Now, if anybody who wasn't in the live when we did this before, you're just now tuning in, when you come into the live, let me know where you're streaming from. And thank you for sharing, and thank you for liking the live. I really appreciate that. Oh, thank you. Lena, thank you. We got New Jersey in the house. Oh, Augusta, Georgia, North Carolina. Welcome, welcome. Indiana. I'm assuming, okay, Ohio, I got you. I knew what you meant. Little typo, it's all good. I'm from New Orleans. Thank you. Oh, Callie in the house. Okay. Ooh, our card of the day is Temperance. So for everybody who is just now coming into the live, welcome again. This is the Daily Vibe with Goddess Ceion. With the Daily Vibe, what I do is I take one card from my tarot deck and one card from each of my oracle decks, and I put it together as a collective read just to let everybody know what the vibes are for today. Stick around. There may be a message for you. I know some people like to put questions in the comments. I don't always get to the question. Sometimes toward the end I can, but if I can't, then I can't. And that's just that. My daddy is from New Orleans. Okay, girl. We damn near cousins. Thank you, Father God. Thank you, Lord God, for this this amazing gift. Thank you for allowing me to share my gift with the collective. Continue humbly, peacefully, and gracefully, gratefully asking today for one card message. Thank you. Oh, welcome in, everyone. Welcome. I see some more people joining the live. So thank you again for being here. Grand and glorious rising. Happy Thursday. Oh, T, I read your question, and then this is the first card that came out. This is our soul's journey card for today. So to everybody who's in here asking relationship questions, y'all stick around, because there may be a message here for you. Thank you, Father God. Thank you, Mother Goddess, for this amazing gift. Thank you for allowing me to share my gift with the collective. Come to you humbly, peacefully, gracefully, and gratefully asking today for one card message for the collective spirit. Thank you. I gotta move my hands over here. I keep making a mistake and hitting the tripod. Have y'all ever had a person, I got a question for y'all, and for y'all to answer in the comments. Have you ever had a person analyze a dream for you? And if so, how did it go? Answer yes or no and let me know, what did you think? And if no, would you be interested? And just let me know you're interested. Like, say for instance, there's like a reoccurring dream that you keep having, but you don't know what the dream could possibly mean. Or if you just had a dream that just felt super real and super vivid, but you just couldn't decipher exactly what it meant. Would you be interested in letting a person analyze your dream for you? Okay, because that's something that I've been doing kind of like my whole life, just kind of for everybody that I know. So I've been thinking about like what gifts can I do I have, like possess that I can share on TikTok other than tarot, and that may be one. That may be one that I may be able to do. All right, let me get this one more shuffled, then we can get started. Okay. All right, everybody. Again, thank you all so much for being here. We could go ahead and get started. Before we get started, I forgot to text my mama. There we go. All right, I just gotta send her a little, hey mom, I'm alive today text. All right, so Let's go ahead and get started, guys. Grand and glorious rising again. Happy Thursday. Welcome to the Daily Vibe with Goddess Ceion. Today, our tarot card of the day is Temperance. So, y'all ready to learn patience? Oh yeah, Brenda, it's like a thing that we have to do. So yeah. Are y'all ready to learn patience? Have y'all been practicing patience? If not, get ready, because that is what the Temperance is all about. So when you see the Temperance card, this card represents peace. It represents balance. It represents patience, because sometimes it does take us being patient to, it takes us to be patient in order to get to our peaceful place, right? It takes patience for us to get to a balanced state in our lives, right? So that's the reason why I say when you see this card, if you have not been being patient, this is letting you know it's time for you to be patient. And if you are being patient, then that's the sign letting you know that balance is coming in for you. Now, for my people out there who find themselves being very impatient, then, and I kind of talked about this yesterday too. If you find yourself being impatient, then it's important for you to start doing two things. One is take a deep breath. When you find yourself being patient, that like your senses are really heightened. You're kind of in fight or flight. Well, you're in fight or flight, and it's like you can't really you find it'll make you feel like you're blocked, right? Let me sit this right here. It'll make you feel like you're blocked because you're rushing to do whatever it is you're trying to do, and it's kind of like, have you ever, say for instance, all right, you're driving down a highway. This is a perfect example. You're driving down a highway and they got a car behind you that's flying like a bat out of hell. And then y'all end up at the same red light. That's literally being impatient, because it's like you in a rush and you the only one that's in a rush. And you kind of just, you ended up at the same red light as everybody else. So where are you going? So it's just giving you a sign to let you know, like, it's time for you to calm down and slow down. If you're rushing through life, what you're not enjoying your experience. We were put here to enjoy our unfolding. Don't be in a rush to heal, because that's not going to make the healing come no faster. Trust me. If anything, that's going to put up blockages for you. It's going to put up blockages for you in your healing. Because you're going to be like, and I'm speaking from experience with this. There was a situation that I was just dying to heal from. Like, I was so like, oh my God, one, I'm ready to stop talking about this. I'm ready to stop thinking about this. And with healing, you definitely have to be patient with yourself, because it's a lot that's going to come out depending on what it is that you're healing from, right? Right, exactly. Somebody in the okay, yeah, Brenda in the comments, you are right. God is not in a hurry, so why should we be? Exactly. And things are always going to work out in divine timing anyway, so what's the rush? And the thing with healing, I do want to kind of pull back and go back to that. The thing with healing and being impatient in your healing, you're not hurting anyone but yourself. Even though, like, I really was ready to, like, stop talking about whatever the situation that I was healing from. I was ready to stop talking about it. Like, I'm telling my therapist every week, like, we've been talking about this every single week for, like, the last year, and I'm over it. Like, I don't want to talk about this anymore. Yet every week, whatever we were talking about would always dial back to that, right? So healing takes time. So be patient with yourself. That's the one thing you don't want to rush. And the one person that you don't want to rush is yourself, right? Because now you being hard on yourself, and you pushing yourself, and you pushing yourself, and you pushing yourself, and it's not going to work. It's not going to work. So take your time and be patient with yourself. What you want, and another thing that the Temperance card represents other than balance and peace, it represents an inner calm, right? And you are the best person to calm yourself down. So that inner calm, that like tranquility. Oh, I haven't said that word in a long time. Tranquility. Doesn't that just sound like a peaceful, calming word? Like, oh, that's what this card represents. So this card is letting you know, like, now is the time for you to just kind of, it's okay. I'm going to tie this into like a couple messages that we've been getting throughout the week, right? So throughout the week, the messages that we've gotten through tarot have been talking about healing, grounding, meditating, focusing on new goals, coming out of hermit. And for my people who are coming out of hermit, and hermit is kind of where you go into yourself and do some self reflecting, do some introspection. For my people who are coming out of that and you're like, okay, now I'm ready to see the world. Like, I done seen myself, I seen some things within myself that I'm ready to share with the world. And it's just like, wait a minute, those gifts not ready yet. You got to brace yourself, be patient. Them gifts not ready yet. So if you are finding yourself coming out of a hermit type situation, then let it flow, like move with the flow. You've been moving with the flow all this time, because a lot of people just now had to go into hermit. A lot of people. Thank you. Yeah, please be patient with yourself, especially if you're coming out of hermit, because guess what? This is why you want to be patient when you're coming out of hermit, right? You're in hermit mode. If you rush out into the world, you're just getting bombarded with things. And for my people out there who are highly sensitive, you know the last thing you need is something being bombarded, because it's going to be too much for you to take in, because you feel everything so deeply. Preaching to the choir on this one, you feel me? So you don't want to rush yourself out of hermit. You want to slowly come up out of hermit, peek your head out, look around, see who all out there, say, hey, what's up, y'all? And then just come on out. You just come on out. Don't move so fast. Nobody's rushing you but you. Nobody's rushing you but you. So what I want us to do, especially of those of us who find ourselves being impatient with ourselves, give yourself some grace. Give yourself some grace. You've survived 100% of every bad day you've ever had. Why? Because you're still here. Give yourself some grace and take your time. And what you have to start doing as well is trick your mind. And this is why I like affirmations, right? Affirmations, I always say, is a way for you to trick your mind into thinking thoughts, right? So, however you think of yourself or however you speak of yourself, that's what's going to manifest, right? So I used to get complimented on how patient I was. I'm a middle child, so I was born patient. You feel me? But I realized in my adulthood, somewhere around like 26 years old, I just stopped being patient with people. I was so impatient. I wanted now. I wanted fast. I wanted in a hurry. But I didn't like that. I didn't like that. So what I had to do was reframe my mind to remind myself I am patient. I am patient, and I claim that I am patient. I don't pray for patience anymore, because then you're still waiting on the patience to come in. I'm claiming that I am patient, and then I'm thanking God for giving me patience, right? Any gift that I have, I'm being thankful for it. I'm going to show gratitude for it, because if you show gratitude, you feel me, it's going to keep on coming, I am patient. I have patience. I am patient, right? And it's like, especially when you find yourself in that state, when you feel like you are rushing, take a step back, take a deep breath, and declare, I am patient. I'm in no rush. Everything is going to come to me when it's supposed to come to me. Everything that's mine is already mine. And it's going to come when it's going to come. And the thing is, when you find yourself being patient with yourself, then that's you allowing things to come into your life. You're not in a rush. You're not looking over your shoulder. You're not trying to figure out what your future is. You're not doing all of that. You are focusing on the present. You're focusing on now. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm reading the comment. Okay. So yeah, like you're not, you're the only person that's really rushing you, right? So when you see the temperance card, then that's like you tempering. It's time for you to temper your energy, just kind of slow down with it. See how she's pouring from this cup to this cup? That's a slow, steady stream. That's how you got to be. Temper yourselves, temper your emotions, temper your passions. Just let it sizzle. What you want to do? Let it cook, let it cook. How when you slow roasting, let it cook. Don't rush it, because when you rush your food, what happened when you cooking, when you rush your food, right? You burn it. You over season it. It's burnt on the outside and undercooked on the inside. You don't want that. You want it to be perfect. So let it cook slow. Let it take its time. And that's what that card is representing for you. You're gonna be attracting that balance into your life, attracting that peace into your life. Nothing beats peace. Nothing beats peace and inner calm. Like nothing beats it. So allow yourself to do that. This card also could represent like in like a relationship reading, this card will represent like harmonious relationships and a soulmate. Like you know when you're in a soulmate type relationship, when it's like they just get it and it's just flowing. You ain't gotta rush it. You ain't feeling crazy. You ain't feeling like insecure about it. You're not having like weird feelings in your body, because you know if you are feeling weird around somebody, that's your body letting you know like, hey, this person is a red flag. Check them. Check them. I don't think that we safe around this person. If your body not feeling like that, your body is feeling calm, is feeling confident, is feeling like y'all probably just met, but you around them feeling like you've been knowing them for years. If you see, like, if you have a type of relationship like that, and then you see the Temperance card, then that card definitely could represent a harmonious relationship with your soulmate, and that person could definitely be your soulmate. Now, this doesn't have to be necessarily just in a love reading, like for lovers, because as you all know, we have all soulmates look different for everybody. It doesn't necessarily have to be a romantic partnership for that person to be your soulmate. Your friends could be your soulmate. I don't want to get too deep and too far into this, but for some, there was a lesson that I learned is that when our souls come back here, sometimes we are born into our soul family, right? So it's like people who are members of our family, like moms, sisters, brothers, sometimes cousins, they've been with us through multiple lifetimes and different times of our souls reincarnating here on earth, right? But that's it. We can get deep in that. That's a whole different thing. I don't want to get into that today. But my point is that soulmates can look different. They don't always have to be romantic. So this could be harmonious relationships with you and a soulmate, and that person could simply just be helping you out with something, right? Like teaching you a lesson or something. It doesn't necessarily have to be like a romantic feeling. However, that's what most people be here for. They want to know about romance. That's like the only relationships that they actually care about. Even though we should be trying our best to nurture all the relationships in our lives, because we want to show our people that we love them and care about them and appreciate them. So if that has been coming up for you, like you've been, because again, a lot of us are coming out of hermit. So yeah, you've been missing family. Yeah, you've been missing events. You've been missing parties. You've been missing baby showers. But now spring is about to come and you're about to have the opportunity to get out in the open again, be around family again. A couple days ago, the card that we had was 3 of Cups. We had 3 of Cups this week. We had 4 of Wands this week. And both of those cards represent coming together with like family. That represent, both of those cards could represent reunions, weddings, baby showers, graduations. You know, it's about to be around that time. So you're about to be being able to be around your family and just let them know, like, you know, I love you, I care for you, and you can start showing up for them. Right? The reason why the people who had to go in a hermit, rich, breaking generational cycles. Yeah, definitely. The people who are going into hermit mode and are deciding to heal themselves from past traumas and childhood traumas and healing generational curses and things like that. You the one. They got one in almost every family, but you the one, and you got to trust and believe that. And you're going to move. You're going to be patient with yourself, with your own healing. You're going to bring balance into your life. You're going to have an inner calm and just a peaceful feeling about yourself. Yeah, that's exactly what you're going to be doing. Like, you the one. If nobody never told you, surprise, surprise, here you go. Hey, how you doing? You the one. You the one. Y'all going to be outside having y'all family members telling y'all like, oh, I haven't seen you in so long. What you been up to? And then when you go to telling them like, oh, I've been doing this, that, and the third, those ones who are telling you like, oh, that's so good that you're doing this, that's the people that you are going to be in harmony with, right? Those are the relationships that you're going to keep up. But for those people, when you come out of hermit, they coming out at you with like negative emotions and tension. That's not the people that they're not harmonious within themselves. So you teach them from a distance. When the way that you teach somebody from a distance is by leading and like living in your own purpose. So you're going to teach them from a distance because they're going to check up on you. You teaching them from a distance. Those people who are you telling them, yeah, I've been just kind of staying low key, working on this, figuring out that, just figuring out this and doing that. And they meet you with like some positive energy, like, oh yeah, that's good. Take the time that you need. They might give you they might drop a little bar on you. You never know. You might get a little gem from them. Those are the people who you're going to know like, okay, this is a harmonious relationship. This is good for me. This is somebody who I can pour into and they can pour into me. I can pour into them and they can pour into me, right? And that's what you want. Those are the kind of relationships that you want around you. So if you and your partner, like for the people who had questions about relationships earlier, if you and your partner right now are not experiencing like harmony, then it's time for y'all to have an open and honest communication about the way that both of you all are feeling. Because the only way a relationship is going to work is if you have a balance of love, commitment, respect, honesty, communication. But you have to have a balance of all these things. It can't be one-sided, right? Yeah, I understand that sometimes a relationship isn't always going to be 50-50. Sometimes it'll be 60-40. Some days it'll be 80-20. But if all of the days are 80-20 and all of the days are 60-40, then somebody is losing out in that relationship, and that's not fair. And you want fairness in your relationship. So you want that, exactly, the equal give and take. That's what you want. You want to give that in order for you to receive that, right? The best way sometimes for us to receive something is to give it. And if the other person is only taking and not giving anything, then it's time for you to kind of do some reflection. Go back in the hermit mode. You feel me? Go back in the hermit mode. It's time for some more introspection, because something got to shake, because you want balance in your life. Everything that we do in life, we are like, as humans, we crave balance. Like, I don't know if y'all ever realize that, but we really, really do. We really do. We all crave balance. Even if you're like a person who works, go to school, comes home, have friends, in a relationship, if you're balancing all of that and still taking time for yourself, then you're living what's called like a full life, is what people would explain that as. Like, oh, you living a full life. But if you are working 80% of the time, you're barely taking care of yourself, you're not calling your mom every week, you're not seeing your family ever, that's not balance. That's not balance. And that's what's going to drive you into stress, anxiety, depression, health issues, all kind of stuff, because there's no balance in your life. So when you have balance in your life, then that's when you have that harmony. That's when you have that peace. But it's like, okay, for the person who I just explained, who's working majority of the time and then not taking the other time for everybody else, balance, it takes time, right? It takes time to learn how to balance things. So be patient with yourself. So it comes back down to patience. And the number one person you always want to be patient with is yourself. All right. So that's the Temperance card. So our Soul's Journey lesson card for today is love. And it reads, I commit to the practice of seeing the good in all things. Love. I commit to the practice of seeing the good in all things. Love. I commit to the practice of seeing the good in all things, right? And I kind of want to talk about that. I started reading this, I was listening to this audiobook by Louise Hay on YouTube this morning. I woke up and started listening to it. And she was talking about, thank you, Lena. She was talking about how And we understand that in every situation there is going to be a good and a bad. There's going to be something that is better for us than, and something that could be worse for us, right? So what we want to do is, in all things, even if something goes bad, right, we want to try our best to see the good in it. Because if we sit around and complain, right, we put that complaining energy out into the universe, we're going to get more of that back, right? So my example for this, and I used this example with somebody a couple days ago. My example here is back in January, right? So we talk about hermiting. I had felt like I did all my hermit and I was ready to come out. Like I was so ready to come out. Like I said, what I was healing from, I was ready to be done with healing from it. But that's not how healing works. It's not. Oh, Jeep Chick, thank you so much. It'll be on YouTube within like an hour after I'm done. So if you all have to like leave the live, check on my YouTube later on today, and a video, this live stream will be on there, and it's Goddess Ceion on YouTube. You could just subscribe there. So what I was saying was, I was ready to get out of hermit mode. And then in January, I ended up getting sick. I was sick for a week straight. And at first I was so mad. I'm like, how did I get sick? Like that first initial day, because I'm not a person that likes being sick, and I don't get sick that often. So that's how, like, I know when I am sick, it was meant for me to be sick. It was like maybe 2 days into the sickness where I was like, okay, you know what? Clearly I needed this. Like I needed this time off. I needed this time to rest, and I'm going to take it. It don't matter about what I gotta do, what I was supposed to be doing, what I should have been doing. I'm going to take this time to heal and work on focusing on my own healing, because we have the power to heal ourselves, right? You know, you ask God for healing, and then you listen to what it is that God has for you, right? You got to listen to the message. See, a lot of people pray, but then they don't meditate. And when you pray for something, especially if it's a question that you're trying to ask God, you got to meditate so you can get your answer. And that's exactly what I did. So anytime now when I talk about being sick in January, I hadn't been sick where I couldn't go to work, couldn't get out of bed for like weeks at a time for some years, right? So I was like, you know what? The bright side of this, me looking at the good in it, was, one, I clearly needed to have this time off. That's number one. Number two, I wasn't paying attention to, like, I wasn't taking my vitamins how I should have been taking my vitamins. I wasn't like keeping up with that at that time. I wasn't having that as a part of like my daily ritual, I would say, habit, you know, whatever, you know. It's like, exactly, signs come to us by getting sick. Exactly. And that's exactly what needed to happen, because after that, once I was actually healed and I felt better, regimen, that's the word I was trying to get out. I say ritual. Maybe this is witchcraft. My daily regimen, I'm taking vitamins in every day, and I'm not gonna lie, around that time I had kind of laxed on it. You know how you run out of something and then you're like, oh, I'm gonna get it, and then you never get it? That's exactly what happened. So once I actually came out of that sickness, I had so much clarity, because I needed that rest. I'm one of those people where, the reason I asked earlier in the live, have anybody ever had a dream interpretation done, is because I get a lot of messages in my dreams. So I learned how to interpret dreams as well. And I got a couple books and stuff like that. So I learned how to do that. And after I came out of feeling ill, like once I was feeling good again, I'm feeling like myself again, I had gained so much clarity in that week's time. It was amazing. So that's the reason why I said that was my example for this card. So I commit to the practice of seeing the good in all things. Not everything is going to be terrible for us. And sometimes, even if we have like a bad experience, there was a lesson there that we needed to learn. Oh, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. When I find myself at my lowest places, it's my highest place. Definitely. That's definitely how it is sometimes. It's like we may feel so low down, but we just don't know that this is the peak of the mountain. This is the peak of the mountain. We didn't even realize this is the peak of the mountain. Now we're sitting on top of the world. We didn't even realize that. I like that. So that was our soul's journey lesson card for today. What I was about to say was sometimes we have these things and it's like, oh, this was a failure. Oh, I took a loss. No, we don't take no. The only L's we taking around here is lessons. When Aaliyah said, if at first you don't off, you try again, you live your life by those words, because there's no such thing as a failure. You just clearly didn't know enough at the time, right? And that's all. So now when you dust yourself off and you try it again, you're not learning from a place of starting all over. You're not going from a place of starting all over. No, you have some experience now because you failed. Whatever that word is again, just a word. You tried that one time and it didn't work out. And now you're going to try again. And you're going to try again and again. And you're going to learn more. And you're going to learn more. And that's you seeing the good in all things. It not working out the first time don't mean it might not work out the second time. So there's that. Now, a dream oracle card for the day is internet. It reads internet. Embrace the fact that you are the world. Come on now. Embrace the fact that you are the world. Embrace the fact that you are the world. Now, let me get into this, okay? You are the world, okay? You are the main character. This is your show. Everybody else around you, they is just cast members, okay? This life is your life. The world is yours. You can have anything. You can do anything. You can be anything. You can go anywhere. Okay? You are powerful. You are a powerful co-creator. Yes, you are. And the world is yours. You are the world. God created you and then man, what? Listen, you are wait, what? So my reverend always says every week, you are a divine emanation of Christ, or you are a divine emanation of God. You are a divine, okay? You were created to create a world. Each of us, we create a world. Like, yeah, we're all here together, but we're all different. We're all leading different lives. We're all living in our own little worlds. And people want you to be so ashamed of that. Like, oh, you think the world revolves around you? It does. Mine. It does. My world revolves around me. And there's nothing wrong with that. That don't mean that I'm nasty to people. That don't mean that I'm inconsiderate to people. That doesn't mean that. So that doesn't have to be a negative thing. It's a positive thing. The world is mine when I wake up. And I don't need nobody telling me the time. Okay? Where my Erykah Badu fans at? Okay? Embrace the fact that you are the world. Embrace it, learn it, know it, trust it, because it's the truth. You are the world. There's 9 billion people on the planet, yes, but you are the world. That's a totally different thing. Amen, hallelujah, thank you, Jesus. All right. You are the world, and I don't want you to forget it, okay? So take your time, be patient with yourself, be patient with your healing, attract balance into your life, bring balance into your life, allow balance into your life, receive balance in your life. Commit to seeing the good in all things. Yeah, y'all may have broke up, but that wasn't your person. That's why y'all broke up. See the good in that. Now they're freeing you so that you're able to go and be with somebody else. Yeah, you got fired from your job, but guess what? That was no longer in alignment with your mission here. And the good in that is that now you have that experience, and now you can take that and move on to do something that you really wanted to do. Allow yourself to see the good in things. Yeah, I got passed over for that promotion, but that department is about to get wiped out in 2 months. So maybe it's a good thing I didn't get that promotion, right? That's the way we got to start thinking about things and got to start looking at things. He didn't want to be in a relationship with me anymore, but now I'm going to attract a man who does want to be in a relationship with me. I'm going to attract a woman that does want to be in a relationship with me. I allow myself to believe with God everything is possible. Yeah, I like that. Embrace the fact that you are the world. All right. So that does conclude the actual daily vibe. The way that I like to close out my daily vibe is by going over my weekly affirmations. Every week I come through and I give 3 affirmations for us to carry with us for the week. I share them on TikTok. I share them on Instagram. If you want to see, all of the things that I post on Instagram, definitely follow me on Instagram at MisguidedGoddessPodcast, and you'll be able to see those weekly affirmations. But I also post them right here on my TikTok, so just click on my profile and you'll see them there. But let's go ahead and read our weekly affirmations. Our weekly affirmations are: I trust myself to make the right decision. I have the tools and abilities that I need to do so. I can leave any negative situation whenever I choose. I know a positive attitude can bring me success. That's our affirmations for the week. And then last but certainly not least, I'm going to leave you with the affirmation for the day. I always like to leave everyone with the I am affirmation. I wrote this book last year and it's called I Am Affirmations. It's 30 days of daily affirmations. You can purchase this book on Amazon by clicking on the link in my bio, clicking on Goddess Ceion Publishings, or you can just go to Amazon and type in Goddess Ceion and it'll come up. There is power in I am. On your self-love journey, say these affirmations in the mirror out loud daily. Doing this really did change my life. So that's what inspired me to actually write this book. And I want us all to know that there is power in I am. And whatever you claim to be for yourself, you can become and you can be. All right. So what I do is I just do a shuffle and then we pick one. Look at that. We've been talking about healing all day. Talk about alignment. Oh, don't y'all just love alignment? Don't you love when stuff like that happen? Oh, I just love alignment. Feels amazing. So our I am affirmation for today is I am healed. We're going to say it 3 times together out loud. I am healed. I am healed. I am healed. We're going to claim our healing, because even for those of us who are right now in hermit mode and you're working on your healing, it's okay for you to claim I am healed, because that's your end game. We're constantly healing from things. That's how amazing we are. We can constantly heal from things. Claim it. I am healed. All right. So thank you all so much again for being here. I truly, truly appreciate it. I'll be right back here tomorrow giving out the daily vibe with Goddess Ceion. Thank you so much for everybody being here. I appreciate the likes, the comments, the gifts. I appreciate this so much. I really am enjoying doing these lives on TikTok. If you came into the live kind of late and you missed the beginning, thank you, Lena. If you missed the beginning, I will be posting this on YouTube shortly. It usually takes about an hour for the video to be ready. So my YouTube is Goddess Ceion. You can go there and subscribe. I repost all of the replays there. So if you're interested in like going back a couple days just to kind of see what those messages were, definitely give me a subscribe and make sure you like all the videos. So thank you again for everybody being here. Lena, you are the best. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. You all have an amazing, amazing day. It's Thursday. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. I'm glad to be doing this. I'm glad y'all are here with me. And 9:15 every morning right here on TikTok. I'll be here. And if you miss a day, check my YouTube and it'll be there as well. Peace and love and blessings to all of you as well as your family and friends. Thank you all so much for being here. Have an amazing day. Peace, loved ones.